What is our intro? Do we have an intro? Hey, y'all. Alright.
Hey, Williams.
No.
Not yet.
No. It's too soon. We gotta let them warm
Hey,
up to
YouTube.
us a little bit.
Hey, YouTube.
I guess. Ready? Hey, YouTube. Welcome back to Marie.
Welcome.
Okay, baby. That was dry. Hey, YouTube. Okay. Sorry. Being weird.
Hey, YouTube.
Welcome back to our channel. I'm Marie.
And I'm Marie.
And we're in these California streets. So, it's been a while since we've been on our channel, and we want to be more consistent with our posting our videos. But
keep
we've
us
been
in your
terrible.
prayers. Yes, we working on it.
Working on it. It's hard because we're like so in the moment people. So we're not the type that's like, we think about filming and recording after the fact. Like, we're like, oh yeah, we should have recorded that. Like, that was good, but
so we're
going to get better.
We're getting better.
Yeah. So today, as promised, we are talking about, what is it? Why? Oh, we wanted to recap why we chose Mérida, Mexico. We talked about Mexico, why our whys for living in Mexico, period, like as a country and living out of the country, but we never touched on why we chose that specific city.
Yeah,
Mérida.
because we get people ask us why, because there's so, I guess, more places we could have chose, you know, like Cabo or, some of the main places that people go in Mexico. And I don't even think nobody ever really heard of Mérida. I know I didn't.
I haven't either.
I seen it on YouTube. So
yeah, so Mérida, Mexico is a freaking special place.
Paradise.
Literally, like it's in the Yucatan Peninsula, and the Gulf Peninsula. Is close to Tulum, and Cancun is a few hours from there. But it's mainly a Mayan city,
Yeah.
so that whole, of course, like the Gulf area in that part of Mexico was known for Mayan civilization and all of that stuff. But I don't even think I realized that when we went there that particular city was so deeply rooted in where the natives are.
Still to this
the
day.
natives are. And so that was a very beautiful surprise when I got there. I think when we left, it was just like, this is where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
We just took action. We did research, which is why we were like, that's the place to go, which we're going to share with you now. So let's just
the black community.
Okay.
There's so many black people in Mérida, Mexico. And I think in Mexico, period, but in Mérida. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the black community is like really big, and I think I swear it was like somebody. What was the statistic? I don't know, but it was basically a lot of people coming every day.
Well, and I think when you initially found out about Mérida, you saw a lot of black YouTubers YouTubing, and that's what drew you into the city, who were vlogging about Mérida, and so it caught your attention. And then once we did more research, we found out that there's a whole community there. They had a Facebook group and all that. So once we made the decision to go there, I joined the Facebook group and started making connections. And the group it's called
Brothers and
Sisters of Mérida. Oh gosh, anyway. So once I joined the group, like, you're able to, they help you with, it's not so much transitioning there, but if you have questions that you can ask and put it in there. And then there's so many people that are willing to help. But when we first arrived, I swear it was only like 700 people in the group. Now it's like almost 1.3K in the group. So it's grown since we've been there. Every day there was some new black family or couple or single person moving there. And so that was very, very inspiring to see and to watch that community grow as we were there for those 7 months. I'm gonna just say we was there 7 months because it was somewhere between there.
Almost 7 months.
Yeah, almost 7 months. So so the Black community, and specifically about the Black community there, it was really good because most of the people moving there kind of have the same intentions and goals, wanting to create a new life, wanting to
live affordably,
just get back to basic and simple things, and I think that it was a gem to find your people there as well, and be able to build and collaborate and all of that. So, and there was a lot of people who were building businesses there and buying homes and just all types of stuff. So I joined that group, and we also joined the teen parent group, which was a leg of the Brothers and Sisters in Mèrida group. And so from that main group, there was a bunch of extensions of little micro groups where you could find your tribe. So there was also the LGBTQ group that was formed by one of our family sisters that formed that. There's the craft group if you're in the creative, spiritual side. Like, there's just groups for everything that extended from that one main group. So that was beautiful, and you're able to connect with people. So part of that was the teen group that we joined, and that was for my son. So for our son. So that was good because he was able to connect with other Black teen males who were around his age, and we did a bunch of activities and all of that stuff. So Black community was definitely one of the attractions to move in there, and just finding community outside of your home, native home place where you're born. So next thing,
cost of living. This is like one of my favorites out of them all. Like, oh my goodness, just being back to the U.S. is crazy. But the cost of living, everything was affordable. Like everything, to the point where we were over tipping. Which is a whole other topic of discussion with tipping, because it could be offensive. And it messes up. It can mess up their economy. Yes. But we're not going to get into that. It's just so cost of living, and like, you don't need a car, so that's an expense you don't have to pay for, like gas and all that. The Uber rides are just a couple dollars, honestly. What else? You can get a 1-bedroom if you want to just live simple. You can get a 1-bedroom apartment for like a couple, $200-$300. There's more expensive homes if you want to live more lavish. I mean, everything was just the food.
And to give y'all perspective, we had a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom house with a full pool, full backyard, beautiful neighborhood, all of that. It was a modern home. It was only like 5 years old, that home, and it was $750 US. So that, so cost of living is,
and you can save money. I mean, you're still able to pay your bills in the U.S.
and still do your
do whatever you got to do. There was plenty of people that still had their homes back in the U.S. And it's just so affordable for those that can afford it. The third one, weather. Or you got more for the cost of living?
I thought I did, but whatever. Weather, yes. So me in particular, like, I mean, Black people in general, we need the sun, right? So I know me, I've been trying to get to the equator, like I said in my last video, and that sun and heat is something that attracted me to that place, to Mèrida. The heat there, though, a lot of people complain about the heat because it can get really, really hot. You sweat just trying to go to the store. Walk to the store, walk down the street, walk your dog, right? Walking Maisie. Like you can come back in a bucket full of sweat, but I love it. I love the heat.
She was
sunbathed. Yeah.
Our neighbors were seeing everything.
Sorry, neighbors.
Yeah, the weather. But then there was the hurricane season, which is maybe September or October through November.
Something like that.
I don't know. I may be wrong, but maybe it's August.
I thought it was August.
It's August, yeah, to like November, which can be very scary.
December, August to December, somewhere around there.
But luckily, when we were there, I think we only had one hurricane. It was scary, a little bit scary. I thought it was going to be worse, but we didn't like have any power for like all day. Yeah. Like something in this big old pole that we had in the back just broke. Like it was a little scary.
She's scary, y'all. I ain't scary. So.
But yeah, normally that happens like 5-7 times. You know, within that 4-month span. So I think we kind of got lucky when we were there.
Yeah, and it rained. I mean, and when it rains there, it rains for a particular amount of time, and then it's done. It's over with, and you know when it's gonna rain, and it's just that was cool too.
And I don't think it ever rained in the morning, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It always rained
in the afternoon.
Yeah, for like a couple minutes, and then it was over with.
Yeah.
Made it cold.
Well, she needs to go take her ass in the car then. She's so nosy.
I know.
Anyway, let's see. The other attraction was
closer to the U.S.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, Mexico in itself was closer to. Actually, that wasn't closer.
It's not close to the U.S. I feel like it's closer to Florida.
No, my bad. I wrote these down, and that should not be there.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, I feel like it was a good starting point, like for our travels out of the country, like to start in Mexico. For one, I speak a little Spanish, and it got us far.
A long way.
And we were also learning Spanish while we were there as well, and I'm continuing to learn Spanish. Duolingo.
Duo in our bed.
That's my
night.
boo. That is my boo. Okay,
don't get me started about
but
Duo.
being in conversation, being immersed in the culture, which was one of my whys, is what I wanted to do. So that helped a lot. Like make me access all of that past knowledge that I learned in Spanish. Like I'm like, oh yeah, making those connections is just click.
Yeah, she did.
And so that was really good. And we learned a bunch. I tried to make it a thing for us where we learned a certain amount of words for a month. But these two, Ja and Tia, like when we go back,
I'm a work.
We gonna be more on
it's
top of that.
It's only right, you know. It's only right.
Yes, and so the people were always, and it was crazy because while I'm trying to learn Spanish, we're trying to learn Spanish, they're trying to learn English. So we had to do a little exchange and agreement, like, okay, you speak English and I'll speak Spanish, so that it was an exchange because they're like, no, don't speak Spanish to us. We want to speak English, and I'm like, I don't want to speak English. So what's going on? So it was cool, you know, like those dynamics, like being able to. That I should say that helped me even more learn more of the language when we were able to make that exchange with the natives and in a fun way. So yeah. What else? I feel like why else we chose Mèrida. Me, listen, she could have been like, we going to Iceland. I'm like, okay, let's go. Shit, like for me, like. I guess it wasn't, if it just felt right, like I'm wherever. But you want to know an important thing that we missed on here is that we learned that it was the safest city in Mexico, but the second safest in all of the Americas. Yeah. Like from Canada, US, South America, all of Central America. Like it's the second safest city because they have such good police presence, and there's a whole myth thing, but I ain't even gonna touch on that. Y'all can research that because I don't know if it's true or not, and I ain't trying to So, but there's this other thing that's going on there too that also plays into the safety of it, or is said to play into the safety of Mèrida in particular. But when we were there, that's exactly what we felt, right? We were safe as heck. Like, even the police, even though they have strong police presence, they got rifle, what you call them, ARs.
No, they have
walking around
rifles. They drive just what you see in the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something that you can believe,
right?
When you see something in the movies,
yeah,
the presence, and you can just
shaking the table.
You could road just driving down the street, and they're on the back of their trucks, letting everybody know
their presence. But when you talk to them, they're really nice, and they're always looking out. If they see that you look lost. I'm trying to stay in the sun, y'all. The shade trying to catch me. But if you look lost or anything, they always are making sure that you're okay, or that you have what you need, or whatever. Like,
they're like roadside assistants. Honestly, whenever I seen the police, they were always changing a tire or doing something helpful for somebody on the freeway. Right.
Like, we never felt unsafe there. Like, I've never felt more safe.
Yeah.
In my life, period. Just in a different location. Like, I felt very at home. Yeah,
me too.
Whatever that means, but I felt very at home, and so I feel I
think that's it from right now.
These are just our whys of Mèrida, and when we got there, so those were just like off of, what do you call that? Face value, like face value, just off of before we even got there. That was our whys. But when we got there, we were like, oh, I see why we're here. There's those two, like, I see why we are here, and learning, and like, you know me, I'm making spiritual connections and stuff. So, but I ain't gonna go into all of that with y'all today. But there's that level that plays into it too. So yeah. But yeah, what did we say? Oh, the lessons.
Oh,
we're gonna talk about the lessons we learned while we were there, because we learned a lot while we were there, especially when you just take a leap like that and you just throw yourself in. We learned so much that when we go next time, we're gonna be on top of that. By the way, I think she watched me get dressed, because I swear she always trying to match me, and this is...
So guys, apparently you guys can see this jacket here is something that you throw on right before you go out the door. This is something that you put on as you put your pants on. I have
she just want to match me. It's okay. We can be twinsies, baby. Anyway. Okay, peace, y'all.